My name is S.Bradley, and my business plan for NSC 856 focuses on retention of new graduate nurses through mentorship. So as nurse leaders, we are all under the strain of RN shortages and increased demands in healthcare. It's a stressful time to be a nurse leader, and that stressful time contributes to the turnover of new graduate nurses because of increased overtime, poor orientation, poor work environments, and the like. It's been estimated that new graduate turnover causes the American health system $6 billion. And those new graduate nurses are finding that transition from graduation to clinical competence as stressful, demanding, and fundamentally disempowering. So you might wonder individually how much that costs a unit to lose a new graduate nurse. And recruitment costs related to a nurse, just the direct costs alone, can be up to $10,000 per nurse. The American Organization of Nurse Executives estimate anywhere from $42,000 to replace a med-surg nurse, and then up to $64,000 for nurses in specialty areas. So what's our solution to this problem? Mentoring is a cost-efficient way to retain new graduate nurses. These programs help to support new graduate nurses through role modeling of skills as well as psychosocial behaviors that enable the mentor to be successful in their career. And then this program also serves as professional development for the mentor. They're given a way to be more engaged on the unit and then to make a difference in the life of that new graduate nurse. So the purpose of this program is to meet the needs of a nurse in transition from new graduate to established professional while offering new leadership opportunities to those who have already been established. Now, the structure of the program would start with the recruitment of mentors. These need to be the high performers on the unit, those that go above and beyond and really set the pace and the standard for the care in the hospital. The next will be new graduate nurses with up to a year of experience. And this program will accept 10 pairs of mentors and mentees within the first year. There needs to be an exciting kickoff associated with this, something where the mentors and the mentees are energized and excited about the program that's to come. The program will consist of weekly meetings, and however that looks for the mentor and the mentee, whether that's meeting for coffee, meeting after a shift, just calling each other, using a Skype meeting, whatever works best for them in order to get that quality time in. There will also be monthly professional development opportunities for the new graduate nurse over whatever they have expressed interest in, whether that's time management, skills, ethics, just ways to make them feel stronger in their profession. And there will be evaluations every 6 months throughout the program that they can check in and say, we've heard enough about this, let's move on to this topic, or this is something that we see coming up a lot. The marketability of this program is wonderful. Students, I feel, will flock to this program. New graduates will be overjoyed by the fact that this organization would offer that service to them. So it needs to be marketed in nursing schools as a part of recruitment, as a part of orientation, and then it also needs to be all over social media that this organization wants new graduate nurses and they want to see them succeed. Because that's a major fear of new graduate nurses is not being accepted on a unit, able to ask questions, or able to acclimate to the culture. So moving on towards a market analysis, new graduate nurses that are entering in to practice often experience cognitive dissonance between personal expectations and then the realities of practice. So as we go into this mentorship program, that's something that the mentors and the nurse executives need to be able to help those new graduates walk through to make sure they're in the right organization, that they're in the right career, that they're in the right specialty, and making sure that they help them through those inevitable feelings of doubt. So who exactly does this program benefit? Looking at internal stakeholders, hospital administration and nursing leadership have a major benefit in terms of cost savings in the hospital. And then clinical staff have that benefit of enhanced teamwork, enhanced engagement, and a better workplace environment. The external stakeholders, the most important, hands down, is our patients. And patients who are taken care of in a hospital where the nurses are happy and content with their work receive better outcomes, and they're taken care of better. Another external stakeholder is the local university and technical college, because their students are getting an opportunity to come to a hospital, to come to an organization in which they are going to succeed. Looking at the results of this program, it has been found to be wildly successful in the evidence. And a study from Edwards in 2015 found that the retention rates of new graduates to be as high as 73 to 94% in 1 year, which is astounding. And we're going to look at the cost benefit of that to the hospital. So we know that there is no direct revenue associated with a mentorship program. There's not a new service that's being offered at the hospital, but it is avoiding a lot of cost. In looking at the return on investment, it may be important to look at writing a contract for those new nurses that are getting in on this program, because we're investing a lot of time and a lot of energy into them, and it may be in the best interest of the hospital to have a contract drafted from the Human Resources Department. And looking at multiple studies, the return on investment ranges from 17% to upwards of 400% based on the unit of the hospital and the investment that the mentors have put into these nurses. If you look at the next slide, it breaks down the estimated cost of the program. We talked earlier about how the nurses would meet weekly and then bi-monthly for 2 years. So the mentor and the mentee will be investing 52 hours into that relationship apiece, and then 4 hours for the mentor's initial training, and then also 24 hours for that monthly mentee professional development to make sure that they're getting a wonderful core nursing knowledge outside of what they've learned from nursing school. So it's about $4,000 a pair, just based on what the mentor and the mentee make, but we use market averages for those. So the next slide is a SWOT analysis. So the strengths of this program, it's evidence-based. It's been proved to work, and it allows new and old staff to be more engaged and to work together. It increases nursing satisfaction, which is also a strength. Weaknesses of the program, this is a pilot, so we'll obviously learn things about how to improve for the next time. Another weakness is there are only 10 participants, because we need good, strong preceptors. We don't want to just throw people into this to have more people as a part of it. It must be effective and thoughtful. The threats to this project would be a poor mentor-mentee relationship. So there may need to be some that are revisited. Maybe they're not a good fit together, and because we want that 2 years to be successful. And there also may be staffing issues. Maybe that's a threat to the program. Maybe everyone feels that they need to focus on that, and they're not able to dedicate the time that they once thought they could. And then opportunities. Those every 6 months, those evaluations will serve as a great opportunity for improvement. And also, this is going to increase nurse manager retention, because as their stress decreases from a staffing perspective and that turnover and constant recruitment of new nurses, they'll be more content in their job as well. The timeline is listed on the Gantt chart, which we have already discussed. But the recruitment of participants will start in month 1, and then monthly professional development throughout the whole program, weekly meetings with the mentor for the first 6 months, and then bi-monthly meetings from there on out. So in summary, strong, effective mentorship leads to higher quality patient care and better patient outcomes, and that's what it's all about. Engaged senior staff will lead to better outcomes on the unit as a whole, and it's also a major cost savings. So thank you very much.